Chelsea are about to be so scary next season. You know, the attacking options which they had and they brought off the bench and potentially what they can add to it in the transfer market. Bro, it's scary. It's absolute scary, bro. Even though they won 2-0, I felt like they could have won 4 or 5 or 6, and I was entertained. I was entertained throughout the whole both halves. The first half, the second half, even though it was two completely different lineups at certain times, this was such a dominant, convincing display, bro. So good for Chelsea. But listen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the first half. Let's talk about the second half. Let's talk about the standout performances. I felt like there was about 4, 5, 6, 7 players which you can talk about. And let's talk about the main and key talking points, specifically to do with the back defense, where someone today got an ACL injury in Leo Cowell. But listen, before we go any further, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and of course, comment your own thoughts, specifically you Chelsea fans. Let me know what you guys feel about today's win. But listen, Chelsea came in with this 11. It was Janssen, Cucurella, Chalobah, Josh, Malagustus, Santos, Caicedo, George, Cole Palmer, Estevao, whatever you want to say, and of course, Liam Delap up front. And the first half was so good for Chelsea. The first half felt so convincing for Chelsea. The only really attack that Leverkusen had was the free kick from Grimaldo, which Janssen had a pretty good, decent save with it. But the first half, it was so good. The combination play between Cole Palmer and, of course, Estevao was the highlight, was the main talking point. I love Santos and Caicedo. I love their understanding of each other. It felt like I was watching Enzo Fernandez in Santos, like the way he was progressing the ball into the final third, the way he was just dropping deep to be in that third defender in between Chalobah and Josh, and the way he was just linking up with Caicedo. He understood where to be, whether it was Caicedo dropping deep and him staying up front, or whether it's the vice versa, where it's Caicedo going up forward and Andre Santos dropping deep. But it was so good from Chelsea. Estevao, of course, Estevao. You know what? Let me call him Estevao, fam. Estevao is, of course, a talking point after that first half performance. So good, bro. Him on the ball, there's always intent with it. There's always, bro, after the second minute, yeah, you felt that something was about to happen with it. And he continued throughout the whole, even the goal that he scored. The goal that he scored didn't even come from the right-hand side. It came from the middle. He collected the ball from the middle, managed to find, I think it was Cucurella to Liam Delap. It hit the bar, and him knowing where to be. That's the striker instinct. Him, the goal-scoring instinct that he has, yeah. And at the age of 17, scary to have. Scary. But even when he was inside the box, the ball got to him. He was so composed with it. It wasn't, let me just hit it first time and it might just go to row Z. It wasn't, bro. It was just so composed, so calm, so easy. Boom. Simple finish. 1-0 to Chelsea. And it continued. It could have had a second goal. But of course, I love the link up between him and Cole Palmer. And for me, Cole Palmer had a very good first half. Him just dictating the whole midfield, bro, the whole game. Him being, you could see in Cole Palmer now, even when he went off the bench, yeah, you could see it that this guy knows the last 2 years he's been carrying. The last 2 years, it's been a carry job for Cole Palmer. You can now see, yeah, he's got options now. You can now see, yeah, even if I give the ball to Estevao, even if I don't have any sort of touches with it, I know the ball's going to get to me, or I know there's going to be a goal scored, a goal created. Or even when he went off the pitch, the second half, look at the players that Chelsea brought in the second half. For me, the likes of Hato came in, and already you could see how good of a defender he is. And secondly, most importantly, how comfortable he is on the ball. He played as a left back. He can play as a centre back, which I'll come to towards the end when we, of course, talk about the defensive options that Chelsea can do without, of course, Cole out for the whole season. Not a whole season, but I think 7 to 8 months. Dario Isugu impressed the hell out of me. Dario came on, yeah, and bro, at one point of the game, yeah, I felt like I was watching Caicedo, bro. I felt like this guy's a tank. This guy is a physical species, fam. Like the way he was just bodying people, but him even on the ball, he knows what to do with it. He's comfortable on it. He can pick up a pass. Bro, it felt like I was watching Caicedo. And someone like Dario, I think can be very, very effective, especially when Chelsea's got so many games. They can he can play him in the cup games, in the League Cup, the FA Cup, or even the dead robbers in the Champions League if Chelsea manages to pick up 6, 7 wins, or even just certain wins. I feel like Dario was so good today. Pedro Neto, as always, he knows what to do. He knows what to do. Whether that's cut inside and shoot, which he had an attempt, or him just crossing the ball or just driving with it. But Jamie Gittins, yeah? This Donny is a 1v1 demon. A 1v1 demon. Footwork to another level. His close control, another level. Dribbling ability to another level. But one thing that I noticed about him, yeah, which I wasn't familiar with, is his change of direction. He's so quick with it. So quick with it. It doesn't feel like it's rusty. It doesn't feel like it takes time, bro. He's so quick with it. Like his burst of speed on the first touch, so good, bro. I think his first touch was a dribble, and his second touch was the chance created to Estevao where the goalkeeper missed it or he went wide. But his first 2 touches was a dribble and a chance created. And even the third touch was when he went past one person and went past the second person before he shot and it got deflected. But this Donny, yeah, is gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. And I can continue. This is what I'm talking about. The title says the attacking options are scary. I literally spoke about Cole Palmer. I spoke about Estevao. I spoke about Neto. I spoke about Gittins. And now Joao Pedro comes on. Boom. That finish towards the end of the game. So composed. So easy. The moment the ball got to him, you could see that it was a goal. You could feel it was a goal. You knew instantly that was a goal. And that's what Chelsea needed over the past couple of years, where you've got a striker, the moment before he shoots, you know deep down, yeah, this Donny is scoring. And bro, the options which they can bring off the bench, it's scary. And I haven't even mentioned about other players coming in, specifically someone like Travis Simmons, who can do that to another level. But for me, yeah, let's talk about the players that Chelsea do have. For me, the main players that I want to talk about, the takeaways for me, is one, Estevao, yeah? The first half, of course, played on the right-hand side. The second half, he was moved as a 10, where Neto then moved on the right-hand side. And even as a 10, I heard that it was, I think it came out in an interview last year, saying that at the 10 position is my preferred position. Of course, it's been a while that he's been playing it, because with Palmeiras, he was playing more on the right-hand side. But even as a 10, yeah, I loved how quick with it. But one thing about it, which is so important for Chelsea to have, specifically when Cole Palmer's not playing, because when Cole Palmer plays, he looks for his shot. His ball striking is very good. Cole Palmer wants to shoot at all costs. Estevao was the same thing. Whenever he got the ball in the second half, and whenever he was carrying the ball just outside the box, he wanted the shot. He was looking for a shot. And that's exactly what you need. You need players here that's not scared to shoot. Bro, if you shoot, you might miss, it might get deflected, it might go off target, but if you shoot 4 or 5 or 6 attempts, yeah, one of them or 2 of them might go in. And that's what you need. I would rather have a player that takes shot, that can generate shots of his own, by the way. Not the ball gets to him and the system basically helps him to get a shot. But now, I want him to generate his own shot than someone that can't do it at all, that nothing. And now, yeah, you've got players that can do it. Cole Palmer can do it. And this is Chelsea from the last 2 years. It was only Cole Palmer. But now you've got Estevao that can do it. Now you've got Joao Pedro that can do it. Now you've got Jamie Gittins that you can do it. And now you've got someone like Mr. Travis Simmons that can come in and also do it. That's what I'm saying, bro. The attacking options are scary. Caicedo and Santos were so good in the middle of the park. Their understanding was very good. Even Liam Delap, I know he left with 0 goals, but he made these couple decent runs. He should have scored one. There was one where George managed to find him with a cross where he should have scored it. But to be fair, Liam Delap made some good runs and Cole Palmer managed to find him. The players off the bench, the Joao Pedros, the Jamie Gittins, of course, impressed massively. But let's talk about Chelsea's defensive options for next season. And now, of course, with the injury of Colwill, which is massive, by the way, it's massive. I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans say, you know what, we need a centre-back. We need to buy a player. We need someone that can come in and step in for Colwill. We can't go into next season without one. And I've seen rumours about Mark Guehi from, of course, Guehi from Palace. This is my opinion, yeah. I don't think Chelsea needs one. I don't think Chelsea need one, yeah? You have got enough, for me, defensive options, and you've got enough players that can play in that position. One, you've got Trevor Chalobah, who's been showing he's very good, very reliable, someone that you can trust. Josh was so good today. I think in the first half, he had about 100% accurate passes, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, completing the most passes, bro. In the bro, 100%. 100%. One thing about him, he's very confident on the ball. One thing that he needs to learn on, yeah, he needs to be quick with it. There was a couple times in the first half when he got the ball, he was very slow with it. He was trying to find his pass and looked up, and it took too long. That's the reason why Cole Palmer, I think, got annoyed and started dropping deep to collect the pass himself. But he needs to be quick with it. But it's a learning curve, isn't it? He's what, 17 years old, 19 years old. He's still young with it. But he's another defensive option. Then you've got Tosin that you relied on last season. You've got Badashida you can rely on last season. Reece James can play there, but fam, you might not forgetting Hato. Hato, yes, he's coming in to be the replacement and cover for Cucurella, but the Dunny can play as a centre-back. The Dunny is not, bro, he's been doing it with Ajax. Just because he can play as a left-back, it doesn't mean he can't play as a centre-back. He can play as a centre-back as well. His preferred position is a centre-back. So I feel like Chelsea, yeah, trust Hato as a centre-back and see how it goes. For me, it would be Hato and Chalobah. For me, Chelsea's options for next season should be Hato and Chalobah. And trust me, the same way Chelsea fans got excited that you've got Hato, and Chelsea, they signed him for what, 35 million? 40 million? Trust him, Ak. Trust him. See what he can do, and then he can make a decision. But for me, I feel like Hato could be an easy option for you to put as a centre-back. And rather than signing a player for 40, 50 million, Cole will be back at one point, bro. Fofana is going to be back in the next couple months as well. I feel like Chelsea's defensive options are enough, in my personal opinion. But listen, this is my opinions for Chelsea's game. Put down in the comments what you guys feel about it. And of course, Chelsea, hey man, next season, they're coming strong. I can't lie, they're coming strong. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon with another video. Peace.